Shine with Kendell Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Allow me to introduce myself. Thank you for shining with me first and foremost every week on Shine with Kendell Lenice. I am a certified transformational life coach, speaker, author, as well as a certified financial coach. Each week I hope to elevate you, educate you, and entertain you with our various guests and various topics here on Shine with Kendell Lenice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tell a friend. And now on to this week's show. Today's show is sponsored by 617 Lip Love, Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm by Kendell Lenice. Get yours today at leniceboutique.com. This product is for men and women in its signature flavor, eucalyptus mint. It's the bomb, y'all. Get it today at leniceboutique.com. Protect your lips, heal your lips at all costs. 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm. Get yours today at leniceboutique.com. Support Black businesses. Support women-owned businesses. leniceboutique.com. Hey everybody, I hope everybody is doing swell. Happy hump day. If you are listening live, we go live every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, uploaded shows are added to your podcast platform. Let me catch my breath. Because I tried to, now this is too much information, but I tried to go to the restroom real quick before I started the show and made it back just in time. So let me catch my breath. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. Again, I upload every Wednesday to all your beautiful podcast platforms. Now, I don't know where you listen. I don't know how you got to me, but I am so glad you did. And if you're listening to this on the playback and you love what you hear, please go back and listen to previous shows. I'm way past 130 shows, so there is something on there for you. I'm all about education, elevation, and entertainment, so that's what I do and bring to you every week. To all my loyal listeners who come back every single week and have been riding with me forever, as long as I've been doing this, thank you so much. And if you're supporting me on YouTube, my YouTube channel, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, thank you so much. I'm all over the place. I'm at Instagram at k.lenice, Lenice. I am on Twitter at Lenice, Lenice. And I am on, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn, all with my name, Kendell Lenice. So please do me a favor and go follow me, subscribe, and see the whole person, because on each platform, I give a little bit of this and I give a little bit of that. And even with my podcast, I try to show you different sides of me and the layers of who I am, not only as a life coach and a speaker and an author, but as a mom, as a woman, as a Black woman, as a silly woman, as a woman over 40, and all of that. So if you follow me on all the platforms, you'll see another part of me, a different side of me on each, because we are all layered folks, right? So we're not just one person. We have several different sides to us. Happy, sad, mad, glad, fun, excited, disappointed, joyous, happy, goofy. I mean, hopefully you have all of these sides to you and you're not one-dimensional. I would like to think that none of you are one-dimensional. So go ahead and follow me and check me out. But enough about that. I'm going to start with this week's life note. As always, be right back. All right, it's time for this week's life note. All right. So the life note for those of you just tuning in for the first time is a quote from myself or from other amazing folks out there. Some that I know, some that I don't know, never heard of, but they have something good to say. So this week's life note is, and the life notes carry you through the show, the rest of the week, and hopefully the rest of your life, because it's all about positivity. So this week's life note is by me. I want my flowers while I'm alive, damn it. That's this week's life note. And that's what we're talking about today. Today's show is about giving people their flowers while they're here. Give them now. That's what this show is about today. Because so many people, let me just say, so many people have never gotten flowers, period. That's sad, but we won't talk about that right now. You might need to get another group of friends and family. But some people only get flowers. Now, this is the sad part. They only get flowers at their funeral, where they cannot see them. They cannot appreciate them. They cannot smell them. They cannot see the beautiful colors that are standing in front of them with their flowers. They're throwing them on a casket or putting them up on a casket, or they're carrying them in their car, or they're doing something other than allowing that loved one to appreciate the flowers while they're here. So to truly give your loved one flowers is basically telling them and showing them what love looks like. And it's an everyday moment, spending time with them, making sure they know that they're loved and valued and appreciated. You told them that you care about them. You love them. You love the way they cook. You love the way they walk. You love the way they give you words of wisdom. You love how they help the community. You just love them. You know, you love what they said. You like what they're doing with their lives. And that's what it's really about. Giving people compliments, telling them how much you love them, telling them how much you appreciate them while they're alive. Because let me tell you something, and you can bet your bottom dollar that you're going to be crying that Viola cry with the snot, Viola Davis with the snot bubbles like she did in Fences in the movie. That's what you're going to be doing. Oh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, oh my goodness. That's what you're going to be doing. When all the while the person was here, you ain't never told them you loved them. You never told them that they mattered. You never told them that you appreciate them. You never told them anything. And that's not cool. You know what I mean? So think about that. How many people have you gone to the funerals for and you've cried, or you've told someone, oh, that person is such a... let's think about them being alive right now. How many times if you talk to your friends or your family members and you say, my wife is just amazing and she's beautiful. My husband is just beautiful. You know what? My best friend, the way she cooks, or my the way you told someone else about that person, but you have yet to tell that person. How crazy is that? So many people, and it's like, what? You told that person that about me? You've never said that to me. Think about if that person was you. Have you ever done that? Now, let's keep it real, because Kendell Lenice, me, I don't like talking in a third party. That just seemed weird. But I like to keep it real. You know, I like to be straight up and honest. I just, for those of you that don't know and seen my little podcast cover change, I wanted to represent that. So, of course, if you've been listening to me, you know that I've had another, I guess, jacket, if you will, cover to my podcast. But I changed it because I turned 49, recently, a few weeks ago. And I wanted to put that on there. And it says, look who's 49, because this is a podcast for young folks to grow and learn and to be above us when they get our age. And this podcast is for 40 and over, 30 and over, 20 and over, 50 and over, 60 and over, because it's about life. And I'm a life coach. And it's about bringing you ways to build you, to educate you, to elevate you. And you guys know my phrase is it's never too late to remix your life. I coined that many years ago. So whenever you're listening, if you're 20 something and you're listening, catch all of this knowledge and tea, because when you get 30, you're going to be the bomb. You're going to be lit, as they say. And then if you're 30 and over, definitely same thing. 40 and over, same thing. 50 and over, when you're 60, you're going to be the bomb. It's about learning and growing, and to show you that I can meet you where you are. And as a life coach, I do that all the time. I meet you where you are. So I want to talk about giving people their flowers while they're here. So before I even get started with that, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back, and we're going to go right in. Are you stuck in an unhappy relationship or a dead-end job? Are you having difficulty moving to the next level in life? Are you looking for love or romance? Are you looking to achieve and accomplish your goals? Are you looking to get more clarity on your vision? Do you struggle with self-esteem? Are you looking for insight, trying to figure out what you're trying to do with your life? These are some of the things I can help you with. Hi, my name is Kendell Lenice, and I'm a certified transformational life coach. For more information about my life coaching services, please visit Livingtruelivingyou.com. Now back to the show. All right, and we are back. I just wanted to take a moment. So it's so interesting. I was looking at what people think about this topic. And so many people always talk about give people their flowers now. I want my flowers now. Don't give them to me when I'm dead. Give them to me when I'm alive. I need my flowers now. And I agree. I love flowers. And we're talking about actual flowers, but then we're also talking about love, appreciation, thankfulness, telling somebody thank you. But I'm going to stick on the actual flower right now, and then we're going to move forward. But I love flowers. You know, I love the way they smell. I love to have them around the house. I love the way they make me feel. I love the colors. People have bought me flowers. My husband has bought me flowers. Folks in my life in the past have bought me flowers. I have bought my own flowers. And I love when people give me flowers. But most importantly, I love when I buy my own flowers, because it's about loving yourself first. And as a life coach and as a woman, I got to start there. So talking about the actual flowers. So you don't have to wait for your flowers, the actual ones, because we're talking figuratively also. But you don't have to wait for your flowers. You don't have to. I mean, I talk to so many women, and men like flowers too, but and they talking about, well, nobody's got me flowers, or I've never received flowers. I've never ordered, someone brought them to my job, or no one has, sent them to my house. You know how it is, ladies, when you work in an office and you got a whole bunch of people there and they call you and you got flowers and you're looking all proud and all of that. I would see some women who they said, oh, I've never gotten flowers delivered. I'm like, deliver them yourself. Send them to yourself. I know it might not be the same, but it has to start there, because when other people see you loving yourself, they will love you. And that's how you got to think about it. So until you have someone to send you flowers, send your own self flowers. Go buy your own flowers. If you go to Trader Joe, they have inexpensive flowers and they're gorgeous. If you have a Trader Joe near you, I'm not endorsing them, or because they're not paying me, but or any grocery store or florist, you can find some great flowers. So if you can't get them from someone, give them to yourself. All right, now let's talk about figuratively. Again, when people say, give me my flowers while I'm here, while I'm alive, that means tell the people in your life that you love them, that you care about them, that they mean something to you. And that's really what it's about. Chubby Checker If you don't know who he is, younger folks, and he wasn't even in my day, although he was alive, but he wasn't at his peak in my day. But if you don't know who he is, look him up. I'm all about education. Do your homework. Find out who the people are before you. But he would always say, I want my flowers while I'm alive, you know. And there was another quote that said, as long as you're alive, anything is possible. The only valid excuse you have to give up is when you're dead. As long as you are alive, you have the choice to keep trying until you finally succeed. So, and then another quote said, don't send me flowers when I'm dead. If you like me, send them while I'm alive. And that's so true. Because if you like me, why is this the first time that you've ever given me flowers? Friends are like flowers, beautiful flowers. Friends are like flowers in the garden of life. That's a quote as well. All right, so let's talk about life and how precious life is and how it should be valued. It should be cradled. It should be lived, and you should love in it. It's so important to do that because people are checking out left and right. People are passing away. People are getting sick. People are leaving this earth on a regular basis. If you don't believe me, check your social media. And every day somebody is posting something about a family member passing away, or them being sick, or them being in the hospital. Think about that. Life is a precious gift that shouldn't be taken for granted. You know, think about it. It's important. My mother-in-law just passed away. She got flowers, but I wonder if those people gave her flowers while she was alive. My grandmother is 100. She's not doing well. And I'm sure when she passes away, there'll be a whole lot of flowers. But while she's in a nursing home, has anybody given her flowers figuratively or literally? Have they gone to see her? Have they told her they love her? You know, think about that. Have you said, you know what? I appreciate you, while somebody can still hear that. I love you, while somebody can still hear that. Let me take you out to lunch. Let me do something for you. Let me show my gratitude and appreciation to you. Has anybody done that for you? But most importantly, have you done that for somebody else? You got to think about that. What do you want that legacy to look like? Are you that person that's taking care of everyone else? Are you that person who doesn't tell someone, or maybe not be expressive with your feelings and tell people what they mean to you? Do you reach out to people and say, hey, just checking on you. You good? You all right? And that includes your strong friends. You know, that's really showing your gratitude, and that's really showing the people that you care about them. I was watching a show last night, and it's so interesting. I used to think about this before. When I was divorced and my kids would go to my exes, and I used to always think, okay, if I'm single and I'm sitting in this house and then I'm on the road, who do I talk to every day? Would someone know if I fell? You know how you see accidents, because this was an accident, and she fell off the side of the road on the show that I was watching. I was like, well, dang, what if you don't talk to people? What if you don't check in with someone? Who would know that you were stuck on the side of the road? Think about it. And that's a hard thought. So if you don't talk to somebody on a regular basis, or maybe you live alone, or you don't live with people, and nobody is really checking for you, and you're in, because it was a storm, it was a hurricane on the show, and it was raining really, really bad, as with hurricanes they do. And the lady had an accident. She was in there with her son, and her van flipped over. And her friend, like her husband, he was at work and everything, but her friend was like, are you home? Let me check to see if you're all right. And she was like, you're still not home yet? And she said no. And then, of course, like TV magic, She had the accident while she was on the phone. So no paramedics. Her friend was a police officer. No paramedics, no nothing. They weren't out because of the storm. They were told to stay put until, to protect them. So she went to go get her friend. And then, of course, by the time she got her friend, pulled the son out, the car blew up because there was a live wire next to it and with the water and all of that. But think about it. Who would come peel you up off this side of the road? Who would check on you to make sure you're home? Maybe the people you check on. If you're not checking on people, or maybe they won't be checking on you. And you got to think about it that way. So it's really, with TV and just with my mind as a coach, it gets me thinking about certain things. Now, if you're not that type of person that is considerate or is kind or checking on other people or giving somebody their flowers while they're alive, don't expect for them to give you yours. And sometimes it does work that way. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds like wow, but it's really just to make you think. It's really to make you see, what are you doing to push your relationships further into a different stratosphere. Like, think about you. If you kind of reverse it that way, think about you. What if, something happens to you and people are giving you all of these flowers, and you can't feel them, breathe them, see them, smell them? I mean, I know you won't, you won't know, but I'm sure that you would rather have them while you're here. Think about that. I don't want to be solemn on this episode, but I really want to make you think about how you're doing it. And if you're telling people why they're here, because this is the thing, when people go to funerals and when people pass away and people want to write these long posts on the person and they're saying all of these amazing things on social media about the person, and 9 times out of 10, the person ain't never heard that person say anything nice to them or about them. And then in the funeral, people are crying, people are sad, people are upset, people are snotting, but then that person never seen you emotional or tell that person that you care or love them, or they acted like they weren't visible in your life then, while they were alive. And then now they're saying that. I mean, that happens so much even on social media. And you guys who are on social media, you know about that. Like, people are saying, oh, this person was this and this person was that. But it's like, did you tell that person that when they were alive? Did you tell that person, did you give that person a hug, or did you let that person know then? Or are you just doing it in their death or in their sickness? Because that happens too when somebody is sick and they go into the hospital. It's all of these flowers and all of this stuff around. But when the person is sitting there at the cookout or sitting on the couch, they never got a flower. They never got a flower unless maybe it was their birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day or, an anniversary. But they never got anything just because you wanted to show appreciation. So it's about really doing nice things for people while they're alive and they can enjoy them. Although, souls, and if you believe in the afterlife, you can appreciate it and all of that. It's more meaningful when you can give it to someone and they can receive the love while they're alive. And it's about feeling and smelling the fragrance of whatever you're saying. And we can talk about flowers. We can talk about compliments. It's really about the sentiment. And the same goes, of course, with plants and flowers. But we're talking about flowers, but we're really talking about just gratitude and showing people that. But just something that they can keep that says, you know what, this person does value me. This person does care about me. Because even let's talk about money and talking about how folks put all of this money into funerals and they're giving all of this money for other things. But while this person had no food when they were alive, they had no clothes when they were alive, they were struggling with bills when they were alive. But now people are donating money to the funeral when they could have donated money to the people who were here when they weren't eating. You get what I'm saying? Like, people come up with all of this money. I know I can tell you guys so many things, and so many times I've seen certain things like that, but I don't want to put people on blast. But I can think about in your family, I'll just say, and I'll keep it general. Think about in your family, right? You have family members that you haven't seen in 1,000 years, and the person who passed away hadn't seen them in 1,000 years. If they were in nursing homes, if they were sick at home, if they had a surgery, whatever it was, they don't go visit. They don't go call because they don't have any money. They can't get down the road. They can't get a plane ticket. They can't pump gas, get gas. They can't pay tolls. They can't do any of that. But magically, when somebody dies and there is a funeral, all these people flood from north, west, east, and south. They miraculously find a plane ticket. They miraculously find some gas to put in their car. They miraculously have money to get new tires, pay tolls, all of that to get to the funeral, to pay respects. When you didn't pay respects when the person might have been 2 hours away, 3 hours away, 5 hours away, a plane ride away, you didn't come to see about them. And I just find that that's really weird and disheartening. Like, you don't come see the person when they're alive, but you want to rush to their aid when they may or may not know you're even there. That seems very crazy to me. But people do it all the time. Think about your families. And you know I'm not lying. If you think about your families and think about certain things, or even think about what you've done. Well, I don't have time to see them. I'm working, I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then all of a sudden, all of this time opens up when you have to go to a funeral and it looks good. And people say, well, I want to go pay my respects. But did you pay your respects while they were alive? Think about that. I want you really to ponder on that, because we got to change, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. So I just want to take just a quick break, and I'll be right back. Thank you for shining with me, Kendell Lenice. If you're here for the very first time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the show, and don't forget to tell your friends and family about Shine. We'll be right back. All right, and I am back. I just wanted to take a quick break and do all of that stuff and continue, because, let me just explain. So if this is the first time you're tuning in to Shine with Kendell Lenice, it's not always deep like this. It's not always heavy, although that is a part of life. I mean, I've talked about relationships and love and mental illness and health and wellness and entrepreneurship and Me Too movement and silliness. And, this is a podcast to make you think, to make you feel. It's about education, elevation, and entertainment. So you're going to get all of that. But we got to have the tough conversations sometimes. It can't be all laughy and fun all the time. You got to talk about the serious things also, because those are the things that shape us and build us and make us think and make us better. So this is one of those topics. And if realness is too heavy for you, I get it. But go back and listen to something a little lighter, or something that you can relate to. But I would like to think that everybody can relate to this, because this is for real, And since we were talking about giving the flowers, I want to take the last few minutes to talk about smelling the flowers, to stop and smell the flowers. So The quote, you've heard it before, "Stop and smell the roses," is often attributed to golfer Walter Hagen. I don't know who he is in his book. And it, of course, is a metaphor. The importance of smelling the roses, whether you think of stopping to smell the roses as a metaphor or actually an act, the benefit is the same. Slow down and appreciate your environment is essentially the message. It could add years to your life. So, an article on Huffington Post talks about the importance of smelling the roses while you're still here. So we're really talking about in death and in life on this episode. So whether you think about stopping to smell the roses as a metaphor or actual act, the benefit is the same. Slow down and appreciate your environment is the message, and it could add years to your life, as I was saying before. So I just wanted to, it's just a blog on Huffington Post, and that's where that quote came from. I like to give credit where credit is due. So how do you smell the roses? How do you appreciate life? By doing the things that you love to do, by being free to be who you are and what you're doing, and, you know, really appreciating the people around you, and waking up and deciding what you want to do with your day, what you want to do with your life. I like to be around water. I like to be on boats. I like to be free of the opinions of others. I like to be free to do what I want on my own terms and live life. And I used to always say, and I still feel this way, at least once a day. And I've been doing this for, I can't even remember, it could be a decade or more. But every day, my mission for myself is to laugh out loud, just crazily laugh. And each day, that really is my mission. And that's part of smelling the roses to me, because I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. I don't like to be sad, angry, upset, arguing, but I don't like that. Like, I truly, truly don't, in my heart and in my spirit. I like to laugh and I like to have a good time. And then sometimes life is challenging and you feel like, oh, well, I can't smell the roses today because I'm going through this and that. I would suggest everybody just find a moment where they can just breathe and really get in tune with themselves and smell the roses. Do the things that you love to do and not the things that people tell you should always do. It's about really enjoying your life while you're still here. Do the things that you love to do. Give reverence to God. If you are a believer, meditate, maybe seek therapy, maybe go see your funniest friends, your fun friends, talk to somebody that's funny that makes you laugh, makes you think, make you grow, it's really about taking the moments to not just work. Because some people are just working. But God had a funny way of sitting y'all down and sitting everybody down. With coronavirus, people are now discovering who they really are. They're discovering who their spouses are. They're discovering who their children are. People are like, I never spent this much time with my kids. And now that they're homeschooling and they become teachers, like, people are really starting to see the world differently. People are starting to see each other differently. People are standing up for other people. And I love it. And some might look at the coronavirus, COVID-19, as harmful, and this by any way, in any means, is no disrespect because people have lost their life. So I don't want to skate over that. People have lost their lives, due to COVID-19. People have been extremely ill because of COVID-19. So I just want to pause for that for a moment. Pardon me. But those of you that are still alive, I want you to really make it count. Sincerely, make that count, because you still have an opportunity to smell the roses, and you still have an opportunity to give the roses. So this moment of quarantine has people really appreciating life and smelling the roses and being creative and coming up with different ways to do what they normally did but can't go outside. I have seen some of the most creative people during quarantine. Even this past week, BET Awards. Let me tell you something. For the last 20 years, I have watched the BET Awards. I have even been in the audience and gone to California to be a part of the BET Awards. I think it was the second one or the third annual. I can't remember. I know New Edition was on the stage, and that's what I wanted to see. And I have seen all of them. My daughters and I, it's a tradition to watch the BET Awards, and this year they were virtual. And let me tell you something. First, shout out to Chloe and Hallie and just so many amazing virtual performances. It made people step up their game. It made people totally say, okay, let me heighten this creativity. Let me do this. Let me do that. And people are really starting to smell the roses and be creative and do things differently during this time. Check on social media, check on YouTube. I even started a different series on YouTube, Kendell Lenice Live, during this quarantine. And I also launched my 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Balm Moisturizer, which I'll play the ad again for that in a moment. But different things to smell the roses, and smelling the roses allows you to say, okay, you know what? Life is not just endless. I need to take a moment and appreciate life where I am right now. Think about it. I'm just going to take a quick break and be right back. Today's show is sponsored by 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm by Kendell Lenice. Get yours today at leniceboutique.com, and its signature flavor, eucalyptus mint, for all of the amazing healing agents. Protect and heal your lips with 617 Lip Love for men and women. Order yours today at leniceboutique.com. It goes on smoothly and it smells great, but most of all, it's the bomb. Get your 617 Lip Love Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm at leniceboutique.com. And now, back to the show. All right, get yours at leniceboutique.com. All right, as we end this show, I want to give 8 ways to show more gratitude in your daily life. Appreciate everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the not so good. Appreciate it. Find gratitude in your challenges. Practice mindfulness. Keep a gratitude journal. Volunteer. Express yourself. Spend time with loved ones. Virtually, of course. Safe. Now you can do it through Zoom, FaceTime, Skype. And improve your happiness in all areas of your life. I just want to read something from Forbes magazine. 8 ways to have more gratitude every day. And that, wait a minute. And that, let me reverse that. The list that I just gave you was from Forbes magazine. And I'll say them again, just in case you missed it. Don't be picky, appreciate everything. Find gratitude in your challenges. Practice mindfulness. Keep a gratitude journal. All of the stuff as I do. Volunteer. Express yourself. Spend time with loved ones. And I added, of course, safely. Improve happiness in all areas. So definitely, I stand by that as a coach. I agree with that. It's so important to really appreciate the little things in life, because they're not so little when you can't do them, or you can't experience them, or you can't experience them with someone, or you can't do them because you're looking at the big stuff. And I always like to look at the little things in life. The smallest thing in life makes me happy, makes me joyous. It doesn't need to be big old, well, my love language is also just acts of service and words of affirmation. And those are, I think, two of the ones at the top. I have to look at it again. But the little things in life usually are the most joyous and the most memorable. People always try to do these big old things, but it's the little things that are important. So I would just suggest everybody just value the little things in life and the little things in the lives of others, and give folks their flowers while they're alive. Because when they pass away, you're going to have a whole lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas. You're going to have all these long posts. You're going to be talking about these people to other people in their passing when they had no idea how you felt about them while they were alive. And I also want to conclude with give yourself flowers figuratively and literally. Give yourself flowers. Don't wait for someone else to give you your flowers. Recognize the beauty in you and celebrate yourself in the same way. Because if you can't walk, if you can't talk, if you can't reason, if you can't think, you're going to wish that you did. So show gratitude and give thanks to what you can do and what you can do for yourself, but then try to be there for others. And call someone today. Let them know how you feel about them. Tell them you appreciate them. You're thankful for them. You're gracious, you're showing gratitude, and you love them. Pick up the phone, text, FaceTime, Skype, do that. And also do it for yourself. Look in the mirror, tell yourself that you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, you forgive yourself, and move forward this way. Don't just give someone their flowers while they are dead. Give them right now by telling them you love them. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Shine with Kendell Lenice. I hope I didn't bring you down too much. I just wanted to make you think because it's about education, elevation, and entertainment. Until next time, remember you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim your shine. God bless.
Shine with Kendell Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together. Shine with Kendell Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Today's show is sponsored by 617 Lip Love, Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm by Kendell Lenice. Get yours today at LeniceBoutique.com. This product is for men and women in its signature flavor, eucalyptus mint. It's the bomb, y'all. Get it today at LeniceBoutique.com. Protect your lips, heal your lips at all costs. 617 Lip Love, Organic Lip Moisturizer Balm. Get yours today at LeniceBoutique.com.